Welcome to Country Sports TV. Here is the news. In gun trade news, Townies writes, "So, Mr Packham wants a truce. He wants to be shooting's friend and offer us a way to salvation. A way out of troubles he insists are leading us down the path to our own destruction. Or is he actually creating an opportunity to say to the wider public that he offered words of reconciliation, but the shooting community threw them right back in his face? What Mr Packham won't tell the non-shooting journalists and newspapers in the week before the glorious 12th is the full story. The fact this ceasefire he offers must be all on his terms. He won't tell those journalists how much he has done to polarise and entrench the debate, perhaps too much. Even in the magazine article in which he calls for a truce, Mr Packham inflames an already heated debate by saying, "Don't underestimate outrage. It tears down statues and takes control without prisoners." And while he talks of the restoration of friendly relations, in the background he continues to run shooting through the courts on the back of the general licence fiasco that brought the British countryside to its knees last year and threatened conservation work and livelihoods. Shooting's response must be measured, acceptable, and continue the excellent work we are already doing. Some of the reactions we saw in the general licence debacle played straight into the hands of those who want to vilify us. This cannot be repeated. But shooting will not be played. We're happy to sit down with anybody and any group if we believe their intentions are honest, proper, and underpinned by their actions. We're happy to discuss with anyone willing to listen and engage in a positive manner about how and why shooting continues to be a success story. That's why governments and decision makers continue to recognise the remarkable benefits shooting provides to our economy and environment. John Cavana writes on Facebook, "I'm all for celebrities spreading the word for conservation. Here, rising star Megan McCubbin taking time to pose for a photo and trample down the vegetation at the site of a Schedule 1 species, the Hen Harrier, a shy and elusive bird that is vulnerable to disturbance and predation, once seen in the most counties in England, but now only found in the remote locations that are getting more and more visitors. The Hen Harrier is red listed, but of least concern, and can be found across Europe, even countries that don't have heather. The question is, was Megan there for conservation, or was it a political agenda?" Forward answers to the BBC. Again from the gun trade news, Townies writes, "Voting has been shelved on a Europe-wide lead shot ban." In a dramatic intervention by Czech Republic, the European Commission was forced to drop a vote by EU member state representatives on illogical and premature proposals that could have banned the use of and possession of lead shot across huge swathes of Europe and the UK in 2 years' time. 5 years ago, the European Commission requested European Chemicals Agency, ECHA, to prepare proposals to restrict the use of lead shot over wetlands. Mission creep by officials involved in the process resulted in proposals that went far beyond what was intended. A ban on lead shot over wetlands makes sense, but not an unworkable broad definition of wetlands which was proposed that would cover anything from temporary puddles of water on clay grounds to every moorland in the UK. A ban on the use of lead shot within 100 metres of wetlands was also proposed, and the vague ban on the possession of lead shot when shooting on or within 100 metres of wetlands. After fierce lobbying on all sides of the lead ammunition debate, agreement could not be reached in the registration, evaluation, authorisation and restriction of chemicals REACH committee meeting. To force through a decision, EC officials imposed a 21-day written vote for the member state representatives to take part in. Victory for those that wanted a very wide-ranging ban looked certain until the Czech Republic intervened. The Czech Republic, which has a strong shooting tradition, sensible gun laws and government support, used EU procedure to halt the online voting by requesting a reconvened face-to-face meeting of the REACH committee. It's not certain when the next REACH committee meeting will be held, and that might not be until 2021, which provides an opportunity for reflection and a rethink on poorly drafted proposals. Take 3.
Thank you, Pat, for reading the news. I'd like to make a personal comment on the European fiasco on trying to get a lead ban. This has come from the WWT, RSPB and our friend John Swift. John Swift, who was the CEO of Basque. John Swift failed to get a total lead ban through the Lead Ammunition Group when he was chairman, and so now he's lobbying the EU commissioners, the unelected EU commissioners. Our elected government has rejected the proposals from John Swift, saying he has not proven his case. I think that we've got a strong case in supporting shooters to stop any lead ban. To this end, I've started a new organisation. It's a private group on Facebook. It's called the Shooting, Hunting and Fishing Association. And what I need is numbers. If I've got numbers, the more shooters that join that, the more I could go to government and say, I represent you, the shooters. I can say I represent 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 or however many. I can't do this without your help. It's a private group. You will be asked to join. Anybody that joins signs up to the aims of the group, which is to stop a wider lead ban for shooting. There are other things that we need to campaign for, but we can do that at a later date. It's lead shot that's important at the moment for all shooters. The other thing is, haven't Basque got themselves in a bit of a knot? They've come out at the beginning of the year and said that they wanted a voluntary ban for lead for game shoots, telling us that the supermarkets cannot sell game shot with lead, so they want you to use steel. Now, on the other hand, they have come out and supported Face Europe in stopping the wider lead ban near wetlands. So on one hand, they want a ban, on the other hand, they don't want a ban. So where do they stand? Many shoots in Somerset are on the Somerset levels and small woodlands and that. You've got reens and dykes all over the place. If the lead ban came through, we'd be finished. You know, lots of shoots on the hills have streams running through them. Some have dew ponds in the fields. You know, the lead would be banned from all of these areas if this lead proposal goes through. We have to stop it. It's not done by good science. It's done by misleading science. The science around steel shot is misleading. The ballistics on steel shot are misleading, and I'll do another video on that later. to stick together. I think it's the shooting man that's got to do it on his own, and I'm prepared to speak for you. We cannot trust our shooting organisations to do it for us anymore. So, if anybody asks you to join the Shooting, Hunting and Fishing Association, please sign up. It's by invite only. And if you are a member and you agree with what I'm doing, please ask your other Facebook friends to join. Thank you very much. Ian, Country Sports TV, signing off. Right. Country Sports TV is campaigning to save our lead shot. And as such, we've produced a number of items that you can buy to help raise money to run a website and to help me do the videos. We've got a camo hat for Country Sports TV if you want to go pigeon shooting. We've got a Save Our Lead Shot camo hat. We have a blue Save Our Lead Shot baseball cap. And you can also choose 6 other colours if you go onto eBay. We also have a mug in 2 sizes. It's got Country Sports TV on the front and then Save Our Lead Shot on both sides. Added to this, we've now got an enamelled mug, and very good quality one for Save Our Lead Shot. There is a donation in the price for the Save Our Lead Shot campaign. And what we're going to do next is we're going to produce some button badges. Save Our Lead Shot button badges. It's not worth me selling one at a time, because I'm going to have to charge you 70 or 80 pence postage. And they're only £2 each. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to produce them in 5s and 10s and put them on eBay. And if you buy 5, you can sell 4 of them to your friends and get some of your money back. Thank you very much for helping sponsor me. I can't do this on my own. And if anybody would like to help the campaign, please let me know. Message me on Facebook on the Save Our Lead Shot page, or message me privately on Facebook. No problem at all. Ian, Save Our Lead Shot campaign through Country Sports TV, saying thank you very much for your help.